Okay, now that we looked at the Ukrainian flag, I'd like to make one here, blue and yellow. We'll bring this in closer and trying to figure out how to do it. I'm not an expert on LEDs, but I know you got to have some resistors and different colors. And I have my boxes of, things here, my LEDs, my 5mm LEDs, and I have the voltages on a sheet of paper underneath of there for each of these, and I know that blue and yellow have different voltages, and there's the formula you have to use. But putting one resistor for each LED takes up a lot of space, and if I want to use maybe one of these small boards, and this looks kind of small here, and I have larger ones here that I could use, and use that maybe, but there were somewhere in between. I think I have a couple more in there too. This one's still in plastic here. So I thought what I wanted to do is make something like this, but I need some help. If there's people out there that are more expert on this that can give me some hints or tell me if what the calculations I made seem right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit closer on here and see if we can see. So there's all the blue ones on the top, and I think I have 9. 3, 6, 9. 9 in each row, and then the bottom, of course, 9 in each row too. And these are all the blues, and these are all the yellows. And I have these, what I think I want to do is connect these in parallel to each one. And when I get out here, since there's 9 of them, and with the voltage and the milliamps and all that business that you have to do, I come up with one 10-ohm resistor for each row. And if I don't have a 10 ohm, I should use the next higher one. But I have, boxes of different resistors and everything here. So I'm thinking of that. And the bottom ones, which are yellow, which are a little bit different, I'm thinking 16 ohm resistor, one resistor each for each row. And then I always use a 5-volt power source because I have some old USB cables that I can plug into a 5-volt source and cut off the ends and solder them in. But anyhow, take all the pluses from here, all the pluses from here, put them to the plus of the power supply, all the negatives from here, all the negatives from here to the negative supply. And I think I have 5 volts. I think my supply is like 2.1 amps is the most that it can do, which should be plenty for this, should be plenty for this. And it doesn't have to blink, it doesn't have to do anything, it just has to come on and stay that color. So what do you think? Is this a good plan that I can get away with one resistor for each row, which would save me a lot of time and space inside of here, and whatever, I can hide the resistors behind the board and to make kind of a Ukrainian flag. Does that look about right? Okay, if you got some hints or some good stuff you can tell me, I sure would appreciate it then. Thanks a lot, folks. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.